He rode in on the back of a Cybertruck, shiny and chrome. When you own and run a gas station out in the middle of nowhere, you'll often meet more than your fair share of oddballs. Nobody ever travels to little towns like mine, just through them, our paths only crossing out of sheer necessity and circumstance. For most folk, my gas station is what the internet likes to call a liminal space, a transitional zone that becomes creepy when you dwell in it for too long. But for me, it's the exact opposite. My gas station's an anchor against the backdrop of transients constantly coming in and out of my life, and they're the ones who start to get creepy when they overstay their welcome. While I do get a decent amount of the run-of-the-mill weirdos you'd find at any gas station, the fact that my town sits at a sort of crossroads, let's say, also means that I get a good deal of genuine anomalies as well. One day last month, I was going up and down the aisles doing my inventory when I spotted a solid line of LED headlights coming in from off the road. This last winter was one of the worst we've had in years, and I immediately noticed that this particular vehicle was having an especially hard time making its way through the snow. That struck me as a little odd since it appeared to be a full-sized pickup that almost certainly would have had all-wheel drive and several hundred horsepower under the hood. I figured it must have been the tires, and I wondered if I might be able to sell this wayward soul a set of winters before I sent them back out into the bleak midwinter icescape. But as the vehicle made its unsteady way towards me, I realized what it was I was looking at, even if for a moment I couldn't quite believe it. It was a Cybertruck, shiny and chrome. The legends were true, I murmured to myself in bemusement. I'd never seen one in real life before, and the experience was made all the more surreal by the fact that there was a passenger standing proudly in the cargo bed, unperturbed by the winter weather. This piqued my curiosity enough for me to throw on my jacket and venture outside to see what the hell this guy's deal was. "Good day there, stranger. Welcome to Dumbluck, nowhere," I waved as I approached the vehicle, still struggling to make its way through the snowy tarmac. I glanced at the tires and saw that they were all-weather with good tread, so that clearly wasn't the problem. "I beg your pardon if this is out of line, but I've got a front-wheel drive Honda with only 158 horsepower that handles the snow better than this abomination." The broad-shouldered man standing in the back was at least 6'4", and dressed in a black leather trench coat over what looked like tactical gear. He was wearing an electronically modified motorcycle helmet with an opaque visor, so I had no idea whether or not he had been offended by my comment. "It is the unregulated weather of this primitive world that is the abomination, my good man," he argued.